Certainly very interesting discussions that we're having this morning. Now, today is also National Video Game Day. Can you imagine? It's a day that is celebrated enthusiastically all around the world by those who enjoy the gaming world. So today, in celebration of that, we're going to be introducing you to a young South African high school learner who, with his love for programming and design, is fast becoming a global sensation with the game that he's developed.
Like most 16-year-olds, Brandon Kynoch is obsessed with gaming. The only difference is he's already developed and published 2 mobile games on the App Store, and his latest game, Taurus, had 100,000 downloads in the first 24 hours. It was also Game of the Day in 137 countries worldwide. Let's find out more about the man, the boy behind the game.
Behind this door, a then 11-year-old took his first steps into game development by teaching himself graphic design. At 13, his focus turned to programming, and then a developer was born.
Brandon, it's crazy to think that you are a 16-year-old self-taught developer, but what inspired you to get into game developing?
So growing up, I've always just had such a huge interest in technology, and my biggest problem with developing these games was that I would never finish the projects that I started. And Blast came about because I decided that I'm going to see a project through to the end. And so Blast was in development for just under 2 years.
And now your new game, Taurus, which has blown up worldwide, you developed in just 3 weeks.
I had really decided that I wanted to move into these much smaller, simpler games like Taurus, which was developed in just 3 weeks and has been extremely successful. So let me show you Taurus, my latest release.
Cool. Brandon, it's crazy to see how this is your setup. Your 2 monitors, your computer, no elaborate studio at all.
Yeah, so I mean, it's actually funny, like people kind of have this image of me as a huge company, which is great because that's what I've been going for, but it's just me developing from home. So when I was designing it, I actually went for a very minimalistic design because I think that follows like modern design trends, and that's really appealing to the eye. And again, that's another thing where it was very easy to develop that kind of design, and that contributes to me building the whole game in just 3 weeks.
And what is the idea or the goal for the player playing Taurus?
So the player has one simple objective, which is just to score as high as possible, and you have to tap on these dots to progress, and for each dot you tap on, your score increases. And the game progressively gets harder and harder and faster, more challenging.
I know you're only 16, but what are some of your hopes and dreams moving into the future?
For the time being, I want to focus on developing these small games like Taurus, so hopefully I can release a few games over the next 2 to 3 years. And then I want to focus on just growing my studio, which is called Hardgraph Studios, which I want to develop into a AAA gaming studio one day.
Very cool. All right, do you mind teaching me how to play this game?
Yeah, sure. So
oh man, I lost. Taurus received Game of the Day on the App Store in 137 countries. At just 16 years old, Brandon has already achieved what most game developers can only dream of. I can't wait to see what he's going to achieve next. Can I play again?
yeah, sure.
I think I might be addicted.